Welcome back to the show, boys and girls. I'm Diem Brandon, now joined here with Allied as we're going to give you the culmination of the first week of, kind of the Challenger Cup of the Smite Console League, and we're going to see Barrage and CleanUpCrew fighting for first place.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this will go down, as we did see Barrage has taken out Team Rival in the semifinals, and CleanUpCrew has taken out Battalion Esports in the other semifinals. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Envy not doing too well on the bottom there. Was that you guys?
I hope not. Oh, that would be, yeah, it would be terrible.
Game 1 coming up in just a second. This will be a best-of-3 contest here in the finals. So there should be some downloading in the first game. You know, these teams aren't going to be playing a lot as the scene has just started for consoles. Season 3 just hitting as well. So I think this is their time to start bringing out all the stops, start figuring out the enemy team's patterns, etc. They're going to have 2 games that they're going to have to win, starting with Barrage as they ban away Chiron.
I think this is going to be a pretty common ban, especially in the finals. You don't want to deal with Chiron's lane pressure, his early game dominance. He has great sustain, and you got to remember that this is a patch behind compared to PC 3.3. Chiron hasn't been exactly nerfed as much yet, and we do have the Geb and Athena bans coming out. Lots of support bans.
Hitting the supports, I think, is very important. Khepri still available. Kwong still available. Vamana also very important at this stage. CleanUpCrew final ban here in the first phase. It's going to be Kwong as Barrage looks for their first pick.
Khepri is available, but not picked, as we are going straight for that mid lane domination. Isis, great early game control, great utility. I don't know. I probably would have expected the Khepri pick here.
Khepri Hoyi?
Yeah, we'll see how the Isis kind of
Khepri Vamana. Khepri Vamana, Khepri Hoyi, Khepri Chronos. Chronos getting locked in, can deal with Isis's nonsense.
Yeah, I enjoy the Chronos. Oh, we're going straight. Thor, Chronos, lots of CC, late game hyper carry potential.
How's Kali on console?
I'm sure it's fine. I don't see why it wouldn't be used.
Might have a little bit harder of a time sticking to someone.
Yeah, especially considering that everyone's kind of running, I would assume, tankier comps, right? Like Kali would be a little bit better, but it depends, as Khepri does get locked in here for Barrage. Let's see, their third pick is available. I would like to see, there is the Guan. I'm actually surprised Guan was not banned, especially, this is pre-nerf.
Right.
So, Guan Yu's heal is literally instant, especially when you have full CDR. It's up like every 2 seconds.
So Guan Yu, Isis, Khepri, a lot of healing, a lot of control, still a ton of damage as well. CleanUpCrew going to have a hard time fighting into this comp. Even with the Chronos Thor, they're looking for more endgame, I would suppose, but they're going to need someone to help them get through the middle, and they're going to start that pattern with Sobek as they go back into the banning phase.
Yeah, Sobek's going to be able to set up. Lots of setup, lots of CC and control, but with Chronos, you're going to want to farm this one out, as Kali is banned away there. I think I appreciate that. Don't want to deal with the Kali versus Thor, that's for sure.
They take away Kali and Kwong and pick Thor. So 2 of the main 3 junglers are banned. The other one going to be picked for CleanUpCrew. So smart. Whatever Barrage is going to go into in the jungle, it's going to be a tier lower no matter what. Fenrir getting taken away as wow. Really going after these assassins.
Also, Fenrir is a knock at the early game. Don't want to deal with Fenrir Isis in the mid lane.
Fenrir Guan either.
Yeah, that doesn't... Oof.
Invade.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Which will be interesting if they decide to go for that. Remember, like you mentioned before, this is the first week. This is it. Like, you can pull out whatever. You get to set the pace for the weeks to come, as Odin is banned away, and I dig that.
See, that's where I thought was going to be picked where Sobek was. I mean, against Guan, Khepri, Isis, there really isn't a better pick on the board than it could have been Odin, but they're very smart on Barrage. They take it away, and it's going to be Medusa for what looks like the ADC role. Chronos likely to go mid here. They'll finish up with their solo in the final pick in just a second. We'll go over to Barrage for their last 2 picks.
It could be the dirty switch, too. Medusa mid, tons of mid pressure with Thor. If they decide to go for that and the Chronos AD carry, while it does lack, you can still pull it off with a Sobek peeling for you. And we do have the Thanatos, direct counter pick to the Thor.
I like
this. At least that's what he's trying to do.
Right. I mean, not only will it help the early game, but, I mean, look at Guan, Isis, Khepri. I mean, this amount of control and then protecting Freya in the endgame as Thanatos can transition himself into more of a tankier role, as we've seen him do. I think this comp is great.
Yeah, I really like it. The Freya with the Khepri, able to... Now, like, the Khepri there is great. You can definitely dominate a lane. But now, at this point, they recognize they have the mid-jungle control, which is key for everything that sets the pace of the whole entire game. And the Freya Khepri can kind of safely farm and just kind of survive now in the dual lane. With Vamana being the last pick for CleanUpCrew,
I think Vamana's a great choice, pretty much on all comps. But here, you'll note you have a Chronos, a Medusa, and a Vamana, all three characters looking to auto-attack in the endgame. So things like Frostbound Hammer, Midgardian Mail, Runic Shield are all much, much stronger. And it's going to be, it looks like, Chronos in, I don't know. We don't know where he'll go.
So, what I will say, however, looking at these relics, we have 2 early sprints coming out of both supports. Seems pretty meta, at least amongst themselves. And yeah, an early Sanctuary out of the Medusa. Very early.
Yeah, I guess going up against Freya doesn't really have to worry too much about the, I guess, purification.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with any kind of... no real threat of, I guess, hard CC in terms of the other team, but...
I know that it's nitpicky, but it always annoys me when the people don't follow the Khepri. Yeah, stick with the Khepri, get those shields online early. That way you don't have to worry about that damage. Like right now, Freya, if she's the one that's going to pull these back camps, she's going to take more damage than necessary. The shield's about to fall off here in just a second.
A lot of people sleep on Khepri's passive, especially early game. It's a lot of extra health that you get for free.
And it looks like Khepri might be able to keep that shield up.
Minions have spawned.
Which is huge.
No, Isis has not walked near it, but the shield doesn't seem to be falling off.
Both teams going for a 3-man start. Red buff, back Harpies, doing both of them. Both junglers. In fact, actually, Thanatos Guan on the, they started the mid-right Harpies to blue. No contest coming out of Vamana. Vamana Thor, really, I'm more surprised about that. Like, don't you think they could have contested Vamana Thor?
Into Thanatos and Guan?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, like, I think if either of those teams were thinking, we want to fight, I think they were crazy. Because that's a coin flip.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If Vamana doesn't hit the Umbrella Ring, he's dead. If Guan Yu in some way gets stopped from being able to hit, oh, look at this, Cobby getting pulled back, but yeah, Khepri going to get flung right into the tower, not taking the shot, no damage coming through on the other side. Is it going to be enough first blood going to Khepri? How in the world?
Rising Dawn, the damage over time just enough to pick up the Sobek. Great. Notice what the Freya did, instead of getting banished level 3 to be a little bit more defensive, recognized their position in the lane and took the aggressive route, got Freya's 1 for the extra burst damage and was able to swiftly take out the Sobek.
Elexum and Tyken, are they going for the Ellies here? No, they're going to go for the, oh, it's double boars.
It's a patch behind. So,
right, 2 picks.
Soul Lane can even get more ahead as they invade. I like this. It's very small pressure, but now the Soul Lane has no extra experience to go to.
Of course you like it. It's your old teammate, right? 2 pigs, right?
Yeah, 2 pigs.
Yeah, it's you guys, right? You and, what's the other guy? Weekend?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, flinging a creep back. Not going to do much for him there. He avoids the solar flare. However, Medusa not in a great spot here. She's kind of projecting that she didn't have the last rate, but she did. She gets out of there safely. They're going to lose some gold and experience to the tower here as the archers move in.
Is that too many times you see Medusa Freya get completely destroyed by a Khepri Freya? Like, that's not really a common lane matchup to at least like fall this far behind on, especially losing first blood. So they're just gonna be on the back foot for the rest of laning phase now. And yeah, that's more of a testament to Khepri being kind of a powerhouse.
It's pretty rough to ever fall behind Freya in the early game. I mean, that's the whole... Oh, wait, check this out. Got beads off of him. The silence going to go through. Not in time, and it's going to be Thanatos who actually takes the dip there, and Ice is going to be forced back. Khepri once again looking for damage. Not in a great spot, but it doesn't look like Sobek wants to take the shot.
That's huge, too, because the Thanatos got caught completely in Chronos' time stop, and he took way too much damage from Berserker Barrage where he couldn't really silence it. And yeah, he was able to fall there. One to one.
Freya right now sitting at about 2,500. She needs a little bit more to be able to finish up that Fatalis. What do you think about this? Vamp Shroud into the Fatalis 1, that blade.
That's pretty standard. It's a little greedy. I know there's Boots 1 options for more potions, for more sustain in lane, but especially with Khepri, like, you can easily get away with this kind of a start.
What about Fatalis?
Too much. Well, Fatalis first, yeah.
Yeah, starting Fatalis?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's fine. You can go for a Boots first, which is more power, but Fatalis early means more auto attacks. This means you can clear the wave a little bit easier.
And remember, I mean, this is new Telkines as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's so many different options that you can do. And especially, like, we forgot to touch up on the fact that this is Xbox compared to PC. On Xbox, you should be able to get away with Freya a little bit easier.
Thor off the mark there, just trying to keep it safe as his team is able to pick up the right camps for free. The early game Thanatos so far not working out the way you would have expected, considering he has a death to his name so far, but he's keeping not only even, but ahead in gold against the Thor, who winds up having an assist in the early game. Chronos, of course, slightly ahead thanks to the kill. But,
that's huge for Chronos too, especially going into like the early mid game. You want to get your Doom Orb online ASAP if he decides to go for it first.
Did that first hit of the stop time get that red buff?
Couldn't tell you.
I think he did, man. As
we have Medusa all able to stop Khepri in his tracks. Great Heavenly. Everyone's looking for the disengage here. Sobek's in his water.
Yeah, see, that wasn't a great ultimate, though. Like you said, there was a Heavenly Agility pop there. Now, Sprint, of course, which is completely slow immune. He used that as a slow, and there was no way he was getting that damage off. In fact, the only person that was even close was Thanatos, and he has slow immunity in his kit as well.
Yeah, but regardless, swift and nice disengage coming out of Barrage. As it looks like, I'm pretty sure they didn't actually confirm that, did they?
No, they didn't. The first hit of the stop time actually wound up stealing it. Oh, Guan, you. Oh my god.
Yeah, our little baby over here in the soul lane getting a little bit bruised out, but he hasn't backed yet.
That's true. He's
sure
heading back now.
Quite a bit of gold as he finishes his boots.
And it looks like that's going to be it. We actually saw at one point that Guan Yu was under his tower, but it is Guan getting the better of this lane so far. You'll notice about a 200 gold difference between the two as he moves forward aggressively to try to take down the creeps as fast as possible.
And you don't see that too often where Guan's like bullying out, especially with Guan's early game. He doesn't really have the best early game compared to most other warriors, especially Vamana. But yeah, it looks like our little baby over here in the soul lane could not keep up, and he's getting out-harassed.
Now, Watson, to my knowledge, is the only one of these 10 players that wound up at Worlds, correct? Was there anyone else?
Couldn't tell you. No, actually, yeah, I don't think anyone else has been at Worlds. Watson was the only one. Last
All you Envy guys are so BM, not even knowing who your opponents are.
Okay, to be fair, we did not actually go against them. They lost to Shing's team, who we beat. So,
who's Shing?
Cog. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right.
Nice.
Shout out to Shing. Shout out to Shing.
Shout out.
Shing, actually, this will be the first, I think, the first time in competitive Smite's history in which we will not have a Shing somewhere.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, he is not playing Xbox this season, and there's no Shing in PC.
Yeah, I haven't heard of him.
Oh, look at this.
Thor ults into mid lane here. There's a great Khepri ult, helping the Thanatos live. Disengage as Isis takes a little bit too much damage there from that beautiful time rift.
I want to see them go for Gold Fury here. They've already forced out the Khepri ult. Thanatos and Isis have to back. Freya's stuck under the tower right now, and she's not in a great position. They could have forced the option there, especially considering they had multiple ults available to them. They could have forced a fight at least, and they're going to take, I guess, a more defensive route by not pressing the issue.
This Thanatos play hasn't been working out for me, at least this game.
Hasn't been working out for him either.
He's been on the back foot for each engagement. Like, he's been engaged on and immediately forced to kind of back away. And that's not really in the position you want to be in, especially if you're playing Thanatos for a Thor. You want to be engaging on the Thor, not getting engaged.
Got to throw those 667s all over the place.
Exactly.
Right.
And hit your abilities.
Well, can only ask for so much. Gold Fury still available here at the 7-minute mark. Guan Yu rotates back over, gonna go for it. Not a lot of mana here. He's gonna choose the last of his mana for the dash, and yeah. Oh! Thanatos. I mean, he's dead, right? I mean, there's no way he gets out of that, but jeepers. Like, you literally can't miss that. My man is just straight up tilted.
It's cool, though, because he definitely needed that kill. 1-1-0, and he still has a pretty decent lead on Thor, 300 gold, so hopefully that gets him back into the game a little bit as we have a 1v1 attempt in the dual lane. Freya.
Going up.
No banish?
Hello?
Okay, must have been used
No
beforehand.
banish, no ultimate. Like, Ice is going to get sent back into 2. Thor not paying attention for the follow-up. Inside the circle of protection is going to be enough to keep her up. And, of course, a heal from Khepri keeps her alive. Just barely off the mark. That was the latest he could have thrown it.
I respect that.
That was a good play.
It was like, I'll go for it. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. As we have a 3-man grouping from the blue team here in mid lane, as everyone on the red team backing up, buying, getting some mana. Some delicious mana.
8 minutes now, still Gold Fury, not a single attempt. As we go to the graphs, you'll find a 1,400 gold difference right now in favor of Barrage, with a 1,200 experience kicker to boot.
They've had really good pressure this game. Overall, I feel like this dual lane is just, they're kind of out of control.
Did you notice that 2 of the names on CleanUpCrew have Barrage in them?
I did. Maybe they were kicked.
They might be. You'll notice that both of them are named after food, too. Fudge and Bean. I wonder if that has something to do with it.
Maybe.
Everyone on CleanUpCrew is like, we're on a diet. We can't have this around us.
Yes.
You are bringing negativity to the team. As we've seen, team environment has to be great. Otherwise,
well, yeah, it's absolutely so important. Especially if you're trying to be relevant, make it professional, even in the console scene.
All right, the Smite Console League starting in a few weeks. We're starting out with the Challenger Cup leading up into a round robin. For right now, though, these teams are just fighting their way towards that Pro League.
Guan doing light harass on the Vamana in the soul lane. Gank attempt is kind of,
Dude,
Thor's looking for it.
He's taking a lot of
Mr.
damage.
Barrage Fudge is looking. He wants something, but disengaged. That was a 3-man rotation, but Watson a little bit too under the tower. They don't want to dive that. 3-man push in mid.
Yeah, we got 3 people. Chronos going to get caught here. Follow up, and he hits that. Oh, a lot of damage coming down to Isis. Has that circle of protection once again. Silence to come out for a little bit of defense. As once again, Sobek finds himself flinging a creep. Get pretty low here. One more is going to do it. Another ult by Khepri. Khepri's been really on top of this.
Yeah, the revives have been great, forcing disengage. And I want to shout outs to Sobek's immunity frame. During that pluck, did you notice he plucked the minion? Isis let go of the ult, no damage.
Really?
Shout outs.
Wow.
So.
Oh, he's going for it. He knows the hammer's down. Good rotation out from Fudge. Going to take a fair amount of damage here. Dash coming up in a second. Hammer coming up in 3. Able to try to get away. Looking for it. Dash is up there. Hammer doesn't get off in time. You saw the animation even start as Watson turns some damage onto Vamana, who will be forced to escape. No, he's looking for more damage here. Walking back into lane in a very unsafe manner. Watson has a sandwich opportunity, but doesn't take it. Goes right for the creeps.
Yeah, Watson is actually huge. 2 levels above the Vamana in the soul lane. He already has his breastplate online, so CDR already kicking in. Taking full advantage of the fact that the early, this all started too from the early board rotation. Remember, 3 minutes in? It was like they took it, and that just put Vamana behind ever since, as he has a full
Did he
level
steal it again? This guy. He's like, that's my red buff. I don't know what you're doing
mine.
here. You could even leave, but that's my red buff.
We take those. So, mid Harpies going to the blue team here. Barrage. They're being aggressive, and I like that. But they just can't confirm the red buffs. That's unfortunate. As we do Freya actually over in the dual lane side. Solo took boars against the Medusa.
Medusa last hitting over here. Barely gets the creeps down. She's actually not going to do any damage as Jeron rotates back into the lane very unsafely, but a good banish makes it safe.
I'm going to call it nerves, especially considering how poorly they did in the early laning phase. Looking for a passive passage into mid-game right now. Just trying to get some itemization online, maybe some sustain, a little bit more attack speed so he can deal with the Freya. Especially with Fatalis online early, to go against a Hunter who doesn't have attack speed at this point of the game, it's rough.
Ooh, Vamana getting swung on deep, forced the ultimate, and it's going to be a lot of damage sent. Vamana, however, does have his teleport available to him. He should have really already canceled it and thrown the teleport out just to get back to lane. Here comes teleport. Oh, rather Thanatos. A lot of damage, and there's real no escape here. Can Thor get down in time? Misses it, but they're still going to get the turn.
That's got to hurt.
That's the second time we've seen Thanatos kind of flub a gank over on the right lane.
Yeah, Vamana getting out with a smidge of HP could not quite confirm that kill. And really, that was a huge rotation, counter rotation from CleanUpCrew. So I guess it was good that he did stay in his ult form, may have known through communication that Thanatos was in the horizon. But no objectives are really going to be taken off that. It's just more of a reactive gank.
Strangely, Vamana chooses to teleport after the lane gets pushed by Sobek and Thor. I'm going to consider that an error here, considering the fact that he would have gotten to lane for the same amount of experience no matter what. Medusa, can she get away from this? She needs to lacerate out. She'll find it. Solar Flare for some damage, goes into the Sanctuary. And again, Jeron not taking the ultimate chance.
Yeah, I mean, the ult was available. I guess realizing everyone was coming as he is getting so many ults to the face. Khepri ultimate is available, but might be a little bit too late. They're just going to kind of wait for that, I assume, right?
She's got that movement speed.
Great
and
sprint.
Thanatos over here, able to knock him back just a little bit. He doesn't really have a way out of this. Trying for it. Few more seconds before he'll have that charge spray available. And doesn't even need the big one. Watson with another kill.
Yeah, Watson's going out of control. Looking to finish the Height of the Urchin now as they start up the Gold Fury.
Yeah. Oh,
Big
yeah.
5-man group up for the Gold Fury. No response from CleanUpCrew.
Easy.
The Isis ult is more than enough to confirm that.
Easy.
First Gold Fury, 13 minutes in the game.
Khepri not finding any CC forms there. Watson going to take a little bit of damage, but left that off even without a lot of Magical defense heals it right back. You'll see him start to rotate over towards the right side where Vamana takes the tier 1 tower in favor of the Gold Fury.
Looks like everyone's kind of resetting here. A little bit of damage onto Awe as he does use his only escape to actually aggress. As he's taking a little bit too much damage, no revive available. Awe goes down.
Yeah, a little bit out of position there. I think Khepri got maybe a bit overzealous. They won a pretty good fight there. They got themselves the Gold Fury, so they think to themselves, okay, I could be more aggressive. They're not going to fight me. And he was dead, literally dead wrong.
If there's anything I've ever noticed from Xbox teams, especially in competition, is communication's always a tad bit off. You noticed the Guan Watson decided to go for blue buff, and meanwhile in the mid lane, Isis Khepri is like, let's put pressure mid. Well, they could have all grouped up and done one task with everyone. I think especially in a 5v5 mobile like Smite, you want to make sure that everyone's on the same page and you're doing everything together, or as close together as possible, so you don't have blunders like that happen.
You know, I think the biggest difference between the console play and the PC play is almost a Japanese style of follow-up. Usually when you play games in Japan, it's very simple. If there's a skirmish, one team wins, they take that, they'll get anything that's immediately after, and they'll back off. Like right here, if Jeron was a Japanese player, he'd take this opportunity to back and spend gold, he'd take this opportunity to group up with his team and try to find something new. He wouldn't press the left lane, as you kind of see him doing, sitting in the mid looking for the next wave. Watson taking a pretty big aggress here, using his ultimate, not going to find too much, might get a stun on the Chronos, rewind should be available, not a problem as he walks away, and it doesn't look like that was stolen.
Looks like a big group up in the mid lane here as they have Barrage looking to pressure down the tier 1 tower. It's going to take a little bit though, remember, that's a Freya 80 carry. The in-hands aren't exactly the best, but with 5 people there, that's more than enough.
Was that stolen? I mean, like, he has a blue buff, but Vamana has one too. Did Vamana invade before? Was that a successful invade on this side?
Couldn't tell you.
That should be wearing off pretty... One of the blue buffs is going to be wearing off fairly soon. Should have about 15 seconds left on it, maybe a little bit less. So we'll find out in a second. It could have been a very good invade if he got that steal. Watson right now, level 16, highest in the game. Tied, actually, and this is scary, with Freya.
Yeah, no, this Freya has been farming like a monster, getting in all the boards. If you noticed a couple times on the minimap, the Freya has gone for enemy boars more times than not. The Medusa has done nothing to kind of reactively stop this. There's been no sort of defense for his farm, and this Freya is just taking full control of the lane.
That's a Telkine's ring as well, yeah?
Ooh, I like it.
That's Telkine's, right? That's not Demonic Grip?
I'm pretty sure that's that's Telkine's.
So Telkine's 30 damage right now per hit, as well as 30% attack speed, and then I think 30 or 40 or 50 damage. It's on the lower end, but
Telkine's right into what looks like an Obsidian Shard.
Yeah,
more of a... Do you think he'll go Winged Blade? I hope not. Too much attack speed.
Go Winged Blade?
Yeah, I've seen that. Like, believe it or not, I've seen this build where Freya will do the exact same build. And
Soul immunity is good, man.
Yeah. Also, the extra movement speed is also nice, but
that's true.
I don't think it's necessary as...
Oh, wow. Okay, getting aggressive here as Sobek goes for the fling, and he's stuck in a bad spot. Silence on top of silence. He's getting pretty low. Thanatos looking for the big hit. He's messed these up before. He's trying for it, and he misses again. Khepri forced to waste his ultimate in the back line as Medusa comes in. Thor comes in. Explosion for a lot of damage, and Thor gets stuck as he throws the hammer the wrong way. We're trying for it. Don't see this Thanatos getting away here, except this Khepri has a beautiful pull. Chasing to the back line, Vamana's big, and no one can stop him, but there's not really much he can do. Wait, why was Thanatos going aggressive?
Looks like a disengage out of both teams here. Never mind, take it back. Watson on the horse looking for the Medusa. Great Sanctuary, though. Not going to be able to stop all this damage. Can he chase it down? Not quite, as Watson's actually going for it. Even 1v2, he's taking a little bit too much damage now, diving to tier 2. Great pluck, but
got him.
Not enough. Kobe takes too much damage.
The first aggressive Freya ult we've seen, next to nothing, but they're still going to have enough frontline offense to be able to take down this tower. You're going to see Vamana trying for some damage here. Watson in the back line trying to just group this up. Great play there. Heal coming out to bait the Thor. Medusa not doing a lot of damage as the tier 2 falls, and a big win for Barrage as Awe steps out of position.
Yeah, Awe's a little bit off the mark with a lot of these Khepri plucks, but does not get punished this time around as Barrage kind of resets here. They're going to probably buy, get ready for the next goal here, which is coming up very soon. In fact, it's up right now.
Let's take a look at the graphs here and show you just how Barrage is doing now. 6,800 gold in the lead. Experience difference over 10K with Any 20s on the board? No, not at all. There's an 18 right now for Freya. One of the hardest carries in the game is leading the way.
Great, Medusa all gets 3 people in a stone form, but with Ice Assault, that's too much objective secure as Barrage secures the Gold Fury.
Oh, all right, Watson forcing them out. There'll be a split here. I don't think they're going to be willing to commit, but
Danny's
for some reason, Chronos completely out of position, forced to rewind. Thor, big ultimate in the back line. Another miss from the Thanatos as he goes for the silence. Vamana trying for something here. He does have his ultimate available to him if he can go for it. Khepri ults himself, will get the reset. Very low on the ice, is not going to get out of there. Good heal by Guan, but not enough to seem to escape. Thanatos finally finding an execute, but might get traded out in the process.
Thor picks up the double. Real quick, this team fight is going out of control. The Guan sustain
Whoa!
is trying to prevail, but
He's out!
Danny takes away the Freya there as Khepri cannot seem to survive, and Guan, Watson, all by himself as he's forced to run away.
That's got to be Fire Giant, man. They got to let this go. They can't group up. Yeah, they're trying to walk right past them. Not sure why Sobek's trying to tail whip
Watson
that.
can easily defend this. They're all too low. Watson, in fact, he's going for it. 1v3. He's juking everything. Danny can't seem to land an ability, but with the sustain of Guan, especially pre-patch Guan, it's too much for them to handle.
He's just walking right in.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Chronos will throw some damage down. He heals. He notices his mana, and I think will finally be the step. But yes, a successful defense on the Fire Giant. You saw the rotation coming out from CleanUpCrew. They were unable to clean up this Guan Yu, still sitting over half health and controlling the board.
Watson is looking to dive to tier 2. Taking a look at his build, he does not have full CDR. His ult, however, is available, so he could have went for it, but a little bit too risky. Watson looking to back and buy. I mean, they did secure the Gold Fury, so that is a lot of money. And even though that died, Watson, what he did there, because he realized everyone was too low, still showed an amazing amount of presence and lured them off the Fire Giant and made them all back. So even though that was a disadvantaged team fight, I liked it because Watson had the cojones.
Talk to me about Bulwark of Hope.
I love that item.
Is this the Bulwark of Hope on this patch?
3.3.
Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's hard to say.
Nice combo from the Khepri, bringing the Sobek closer. Aw, not going to be able to follow up. Thor with beautiful damage. Isis, a nice return on the Circle of Protection, able to answer back. And not enough damage from the Thanatos. He's going to chase him into the sky. His movement speed is very high. We're going to ride along. I don't think he's going to be able to find that.
Engagement in the mid lane. Danny all by himself. Watson looking to pin him down. Great rewind, but he's going to be in the middle of everybody. In fact, he's actually going to go the opposite way as everyone's turning around looking to chase Danny down, but he's out. He's clean.
And look at Vamana just doing a ton of damage in the back line. Watson trying to throw Sobek back to the base. We're going to see Vamana walk back over.
Danny backs at back RPs. That's something.
Oh, stun. Fudge going to be forced out there. Freya and Medusa going the one-on-one. Huge damage coming out from the Magic User. Ultimate activated. Sanctuary going to be perfect there. Enough? No, the final hit doesn't go off. No! She's stunned into the tower. Beads. And she's going to walk away from this. Almost got outplayed there. Good attempt, but Freya too far ahead at this stage of the game.
That was gnarly. As Medusa almost, I'm still surprised he took the 1v1, but I respect it. As tier 2 does go down for Barrage.
It was just really good relic usage.
Yes.
I mean, the Sanctuary on the ultimate was beautiful. He wasted the last hit, didn't die there. His ultimate then right into the beads to make sure he can step back. That was a really good play. But unfortunately for the Medusa, Freya was 3 levels ahead. Now 4 levels ahead as the Polynomicon's getting started.
Oh, he's way too far ahead. Freya, especially at this point in the game, if you don't have your items done as a hunter, just good luck. You don't want to take that 1v1. 10-7, 22 minutes in the game here. Barrage with a huge lead. Looking at the graphs, up 9k gold and almost 10k experience. Everyone's getting close to level 20, so experience isn't going to matter as much, but still important.
All right, Guan Yu being level 19 right now as he starts up what looks like Jotuns for full CDR. Extra mana as well. He's already pretty tanky. He's got 4 stacks right now on the Urchin, which is the point where it becomes brilliantly useful.
Bulwarks of Hope, and he's looking for the Yoan, so full CDR Guan's definitely something, you don't laugh at that, as Fudge takes a little bit too much damage.
Silence!
Oh, that silence was huge, and great Guan stun, and Fudge gets picked up for free, really.
Oh my god, Vamana is getting blasted by these Magic Users. He's going to gain enough health here. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to whittle him back down, but he's actually just forcing the healing to be longer and stronger in the backline. Lycan lands away from the team fight as Sobek rotates in. Not getting the rewind off. DannyG going to be removed from the field. Watson taking the front line as he moves the solo laner and the support back.
Danny, I'm not too sure what he was trying to do there. He was completely out of position. Meanwhile, in the dueling, we have a split push, a little bit of a base race. CleanUpCrew's Medusa looking to get that tier 2.
You know, I like the Chronos play. I thought it wasn't too bad, considering he was trying to walk in, get their attention off the solo laner, and then rewind the hell up out of dodge.
Yeah.
The issue is that they have so much damage at this stage, and Freya just laughed through his attempt to get out of there.
Yeah, he might have not realized that, hey, Freya can 3-shot me. So,
yeah.
But tier 2 for tier 2, no Phoenix.
She should have kept pushing.
I think that was better for CleanUpCrew.
Yeah, almost certainly. The issue is it's going to get way better here for Barrage, as the Phoenix is not getting taken on the left side, and all 5 members are here taking this, you know, obviously endgame objective, and there's nothing to do to stop it. I mean,
especially with ISIS secure, the best objective secure in the game. Vamana's going to get blown up here. Watson credited with the kill. Freya's in the air. They're looking great. Thor ult, but it's a little bit too late. Not enough follow-up. No one's there from CleanUpCrew. Medusa a little bit too late. Where are you walking into, son?
Oh, meditation coming out as Thanatos dives the back line. He'll get stunned here, but Freya cleaning up the kill. Another good ult from Medusa, but she's out of position. Forced to use those purification beads pretty early. Sanctuary still available as all 5 push forward. A very strong time rift hits, but an even stronger conviction keeps them alive.
Watson just diving Phoenixes. Does not care. Is way too far ahead at this point, as Medusa taking so much damage.
Again, it looks like Freya not taking the ult opportunity. Not sure if it was available. They're trying for it once again. They're going to push right back in. That conviction continuously getting people healed up.
Yeah, it looks like a big mid-Phoenix stop. Remember, it's a little bit, oh, Fudge.
Oh,
not
Fudge.
even like, oh, Fudge. Like,
oh,
Fudge. He got blown up. Rip. But it does actually take, even with Fire Giant, it does take a little bit. The Obsidian Shard definitely helps on Freya, but it still takes a little bit to actually confirm objectives like Phoenixes and Towers. Is woo.
Medusa getting kind of slammed there. It looks like Guan trying to get back so he can use his teleport to get back in. Instead, going to use the ultimate, diving right to the back line. Should get a double stun and a ton of damage, as out of position is Roski. Going to be taken down. The 4 people remaining moving forward. There's a ward on the ground, and it's going to be a full health Guan Yu to just be the absolute destruction of this team.
Right, Phoenix going down very slowly, however, as a missed pull from Awe. Danny barely escapes with his life. And CleanUpCrew just trying to hold on right now, trying to stop them from taking all their Phoenixes, as we have zVCobbY looking to chase them down.
Dude, I mean, this game for me has just been like 100% Guan Yu. It's been Watson. The only person that we saw at Worlds is now 3-0-10. Multiple health bars. Beautiful ultimate by Ice is doing a ton of damage to the Sobek, who's forced to escape again. You'll see Khepri very low as well. Watson in the back line taking care of Thor's. The final bird's getting focused, getting pretty much low enough to guarantee the kill here, and yeah, it's going to be done.
Great rewind from Danny, able to escape that, but it doesn't matter. Bean gets taken out, and a little bit of ex-teammate love as they're diving.
Look at
Phoenix.
this guy.
Danny gets taken out by Watson. zVCobbY gets taken out by Thanatos, and the Minotaur, the Titan, should be going down very shortly.
Yeah, there's no way Vamana holds this down. Not with that build. He just doesn't have enough damage. He went CDR instead of auto attack, and as a result, he's going to have to watch the Big Daddy Titan fall right to the ground. Barrage takes the first game pretty cleanly from start to finish.
Yeah, I think that came down from an early dual lane win to Watson playing lights out.
I mean, there was nothing they could do against him. He was impossibly tanky, doing a ridiculous amount of damage, keeping the team healed, forcing them into weakening curses that didn't even matter. The dude was on fire.
Yeah, Watson's also overall team support and team play was just amazing. His healing, like you mentioned, stellar. And I'm looking forward to see what he does next game as we go into game number 2.
First, we're going to take a quick break. Barrage up 1-0. CleanUpCrew's got to clean up their act if they want to stay in this one. First week looking like it could go to Barrage. CleanUpCrew need 2 to win. Stick around.